Um, for phone space, I'm doing this. Since I do all my recordings from my cell phone, I put them on here for space saving. This is in reference to that which I called that. Someone said clairsentience. I'd never heard that one before. That's cool. So we're taking it like clairvoyance with respect to being able to communicate with your future self. What if one were able to be made to be able to communicate with their future self mentally by way of, uh, now this is some real stretch and I'm having fun with it. Quantum entangling with yourself. Now, technically it makes no sense because you are you. How could you quantum entangle with you? Well, if you if you think about time, oh, this is a trip. I gotta work on this. This is what I'm trying to do is make this clearer. Um, I think it might be possible to quantum entangle with yourself, and I think it might happen on some minute to grand amount, depending on. I mean, already. I mean, I think this stuff already happens. I think that. I mean, okay. Let me give an example of where this is coming from. This might be too much a spoiler. Okay. Every year, you might. Okay, this might just be me. All right, just. All right, I have a song that I hear this year on today's dates. Okay, today's December 28th. So let's say there's a song that's big on the radio and everything. All right, do you ever notice how in a year, like almost exactly a year later, all of a sudden the song will come back if it was a big song? Or, this. Uh, that's not really a good example. It's a stretch, but all right. This goes into the soul stuff. You would have to think about what animates a human being, because that might be technically, well, I gotta learn more about quantum stuff. I had already learned about negations and all that, so, I mean, I got that, but now I need to make it words that I need to figure this out. Alright, so, it's like this. Give me a sec. The objective: become psychic by quantum entangling with yourself in another date. So you would pick a date, of course, future tense, so that you'd be able to pass back information to yourself. Would this be constructive? Would this be detrimental? Or is fate guaranteeing that things happen the way that they're supposed to happen? Maybe one day you put the for example, holding the phone. So you put the phone down on the table just so, but maybe you were able to pass back information to yourself to put the phone. I mean, I'm getting it down to the butterfly effect on this. So, oh, if I sound nuts, don't mind me. These are notes to myself. Okay. Um. So quantum entangling, psychic power. Now I gotta learn a little bit more about how does one quantum entangle a project. I understand that it has to be sourced from the same thing, and there was more to it. I just can't remember off the top of my head. To entangle a particle. So I'm talking about quantum entangling the entire being that is the person with themselves in another, ultimately another dimension of understanding time, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, length, width, and height, temporal. If you picture time like a crystal coming from the same, you can see, pin needles. I mentioned this before, so I keep picturing like how quartz looks when it, offshoot crystals. Time would be one of those crystals going off like that, perceived by us who flow through time, since time doesn't move, but we do through it. Um, that I seem very resolute and sure about, don't I? Well, I have reason to. Length and width and height of space doesn't flow. It just is. But something could move along it. That's an example of what I mean with respect to flowing through time. Time is not a river. Well, you can look at it that way. Time is a river. So then if time is a river, then where's the stuff flowing through it? It's really weird. I don't know. I gotta learn more about this stuff. I'm just saying stuff. I look like I'm wearing a wig. Alright. So I'm gonna run with that. Okay. What else? This is a subject I guess I'm gonna be tackling for a little while. Once I have my big issue dealt with, that my legal thing, this gets a lot easier. Alright, everyone, if you're watching, please forgive my rants and going off and seeming not too understandable. I don't really want to spoil so much of what I want to do. Alright, God bless you. I love you. I'm out.